it wasn't just one person that killed Kalief. It was a whole system. And this suit is sort of different than your usual wrongful death suit, where, for example, the Eric Gardner case, where the police officer puts a chokehold on him and he dies, and he wrongfully causes death. What we're alleging here is that 3-year experience, that 3-year ordeal, especially those 2 years of solitary confinement as a teenager, that torture, and incidents like this that you just saw, that corrections officer, Vaughn Greenwich, who I should just mention, is still employed by the corrections department, as far as I know, has not been disciplined and has not been arrested. That was a crime he committed. But if Commissioner Ponte's here, perhaps he can elaborate on that. In any event, I'm sorry to digress.
Vanina,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And with the wrongful death, we're not only alleging that it was the city of New York and its agencies that caused his death and that time in solitary, but even afterwards, because he didn't get that proper psychiatric care in solitary, they released him, and he had 3 more setbacks where he had attempted suicide and was hospitalized in psychiatric wards. And even despite that, he was released from those institutions with sporadic, minimal psychiatric care. So we could only conclude that had Kalief not been arrested, he'd be alive today. And I'm sure you're going to touch on this. President Obama abolished solitary for juveniles. He made that executive order earlier in the week. And I think what he said was, it's remarkable that he mentioned Kalief's name, of course, but he even suggested that this solitary, that time in solitary confinement, could lead to suicide.